Hi guys, give me a second to post this and I'll get started. I have a lot to talk about. I'm kind of having a rough day with these energies, but I have so much to talk about, so I wanted to at least go live. Hang on one second. Hang on. I know I'm slow today. Hang on. Let's see. All right. So anyways, it's a lovely day. I'm hearing lots going on in the news. I hate kind of like going into this kind of stuff, but I feel like it's really hard to get like good news sources, and there's so much misinformation going around, and then there's even misinformation about misinformation going around because the real news is kind of like circulating online on Facebook and Google, and then you have these kind of like government systems realizing that and being like, oh my god, fake news everywhere, trying to shut down the real news that's circulating. So with any of this, just use your discernment. Going within really means using your intuition. If it resonates with you, keep it. If it doesn't, chuck it. That's just how this works. So if it doesn't resonate with you, then it's probably not accurate. You're going to have the best intuition out of anyone. That's what that means. We have lots going on. Let's see. So for any of you guys that are just tuning in or maybe still asleep, I know everyone's at different levels of consciousness. We basically are in the middle of a spiritual war. That is if you live in the third dimension, where all of us began our journey. We all started out there. So I don't care if you're tuning into higher dimensions, you're still going to have access to that lower one still until it's completely destroyed. So basically you just need to be aware that there is a war going on and humanity's kind of in the middle of it. This is kind of like a space war that's been going on. It's about to kind of start up again. We're kind of in the middle of it. For those of you that are just waking up, if you're awake, you're running on a different program. Most of humanity is stuck on a low vibration reptile program. Like as in, there's a lot of evil in the third dimension. Good, evil, that polarity, and it's really needed to learn. And you really have to realize that that program is just based on evil. Like it's pagan holidays, it's bad political systems. It's really like based on kind of like those lower reptile needs. And we're trying to get out of that. We're trying to get out of that program. We're trying to raise up a level, however you want to look at it. But there still are a lot of people living in that reptile-based program. That's the problem I'm having with this is, like, I know there's a lot of light workers that tune into me, and we're trying to do our job as light workers, but you really have to be aware that, and I'm realizing this on a deep level, that, I don't know if light attracts darkness or if it's because I'm an empath, I attract this kind of energy, whatever it is. It's not like it's new, it's been going on my whole life. But I'm noticing that those with a different type of energy are maybe attracting that darkness. I don't know, it's probably just on a deep level because we're meant to be healing these kind of energies that are coming up and stuff. But one could perceive that as you're going to get attacked more. So right now, the best thing you can do is spiritually protect yourself. We're working on making ourselves spiritually stronger. We want to be as spiritually strong as possible. So just be really aware of that, because even if you're completely living in light and you have no darkness in your life and you've conquered all of your darkness, the thing is we're light workers, and it's my understanding that we're supposed to use our light to be pulling people out of this darkness. That we didn't just come here to become enlightened and just wrapped up and immersed in ourselves, being service to self. We're meant to help others, and we're supposed to do that by being such bright beacons of light that we really pull these people out of this darkness. So I don't really like where people are like, oh, any kind of darkness, they get scared and run. We're meant to be in that darkness. I'm not talking about like going and doing shadow work and going back into the darkness in your own life, but we're meant to be kind of going in there and pulling people out real quick. Let's see. Any awake people are going to be downloading messages from the highest source. The goal is to shut down this program like I just talked about. The whole planet is really entering the fourth dimension. And you're going to start to feel the effects of this. It's going to almost feel like you're on a hallucinogenic drug, probably, if you're doing the right thing and you're doing good in your life. It's probably going to almost feel like a trippy feeling, almost like a hallucinogenic. Like your reality just isn't quite going to feel the same. Like when you start to fully awaken, your senses are going to completely change, as in your smell, your sight, everything. So you're going to start to notice that these high frequencies are going to have an effect on those that are awakening and ascending. And a lot of people are really working on their third eye right now. The best advice I can give everyone is to keep on working on expanding your third eye. You're going to be able to feel and tell when it's open, because if you're using just your eyes, you're not going to really get anywhere. You need that. That's like your antenna to higher dimensions. So you really need to focus on your third eye right now. Humanity is really depending on this, guys. And guess what they're depending on? Being saved. Humanity needs saved, right? Well, guess who's going to save humanity? We're going to save ourselves. It's actually us that we're waiting for. There isn't like some kind of superhero coming to save us. We are those superheroes. So we're supposed to be growing in and embodying that. So now is really important. I did go into spiritual protection. The best things you can do to keep yourself safe spiritually, start saging your house more. I mean, I sage my house 2-3 times a day, and I just like that purified feeling. I guess I'm kind of addicted to it. You can always pray to put yourself in white light and be cutting your cords often. Just really be aware of this, because you do need protection, and especially it depends on really what your work is and what you're doing here. But everyone, I will advise to stay spiritually protected. Just know that the goal is we want to be open channels or an open porthole. That's why I'm telling people to protect themselves, because I'm telling you guys to meditate and go try astral traveling and stuff. And you want to make sure that you don't have a really low vibration and accidentally tap into some kind of like lower or negative entities or energies. That's just, you don't want to do that. That's why I'm always telling people to work at raising your vibration so that you can communicate with higher entities. It's just really important. So just be really aware of that. I have lots of exciting real news too now. Okay. You know, there were the fires going on. I don't know if they still are. The fires going on in Tennessee, as in all over the world too. I keep telling you guys this, that earth, wind, and fire are destroying the third dimension. So you can really see all that playing out right now. I don't like to put dates on stuff, but I honestly heard that it's going to be destroyed within a matter of like, 4 months or something crazy. And it resonates with me. I believe it's happening fast. I don't think it really takes that long to really accomplish that. So I think that people really just need to be working on themselves and moving up a dimension or two. There was a Jesus statue that was like the only thing that survived these wildfires in Tennessee. Like everything burned but this Jesus statue, which was pretty amazing because I love these kind of religious things. It's kind of like when everything was burning down except for these churches. I forget where. There's tornado twisters, the newest thing. It's not the fires. Those are old news, right? Tornado twisters. We just had an outbreak. They describe it as an outbreak. We had 24 tornadoes hit from Louisiana to Tennessee. We have one in Florida, one in Atlanta. As the frequency is increasing, you're seeing the frequency of natural disasters picking up intensity. So as these frequencies pick up on a planetary level, you're starting to see these effects, and they're crazy. We usually don't have tornadoes like that in those areas. I am from Florida, and I do recall I did witness a tornado, but it wasn't like bad or like catastrophic like these ones. These are really bad ones. They also had a tornado in Spain, so these all kind of hit at the same time too this weekend. Guess what? They have snow in Saudi Arabia in a decent amount. Like a decent amount. And you know it's desert there, right? Okay, so let's talk about that. I keep on saying we've been due for a pole shift. I don't know if people know what that is. It's basically where the entire planet gets wiped out, reset, and started over. It's happened many times. Some of us might remember it. So it's not like a new concept, but according to my information, that's not going to happen this time. That's why we're trying to do this group Ascension. And it's something that's never really been attempted on a planetary level. I do believe possibly that's where the Mayans went. They ascended to higher dimensions, but I don't think it's been done on a whole planetary level like that. That was more like a civilization that did it. So it's not been done on a planetary level, but what's happening is you're seeing the weather change. Like, I live in Pennsylvania, and usually there's a lot of snow here. Well, last winter there was barely any snow, and it was quite warm, and it was really like crazy weather, right? I don't know if it's geoengineering or maybe the planetary things going on that lead up to a pole shift where that weather actually flips. So you're seeing like snow in Hawaii, snow in South America, snow in places it's never snowed before, and you're seeing the places that should be snowing heating up. So you're really seeing crazy things go on. Hang on. Okay, let's see. This is my favorite. We're getting to the good stuff, right? So, okay, there's 7.4 billion people currently living on planet Earth. Let me repeat that. There's 7.4 billion people on planet Earth at this time. That growth went up 1.1% from 2015, and it's setting up challenges worldwide. So I keep on kind of pushing this, how we have this, I guess, I'm trying to choose my words carefully. We really have a depopulation agenda that's in full effect. It's not like, oh my god, maybe they're going to start depopulating this planet. No, we're using, well, the elite have decided we're using too much carbon, and that the best way to deal with it is not to tell the public, but to kill off people. And when I say that, 98% of people on this planet are like on that target list, so you're not excluded, we're all on it. Basically, the goal would be to kill off 98% of the people because there's too many people they've decided on this planet. And basically, they've already raped this planet for everything it's worth. You can look at like everything from gold to diamonds to oil to whatever. This planet's been raped and pillaged, and they pretty much already have all of the goods from this planet. So there is lots of talk about we're going to probably have some kind of economic reset. It's kind of imminent, because they already have all this stuff and they want a new system at the top. So these are obviously things that I'm not partaking in. I'm not part of the elite, but these are things at the top of the pyramid that are going on. So we're seeing lots of scary things come out of this. I did put up a video about they have been forced vaccinating doctors and nurses for a while, or firing them, which is really scary to me, because I feel that we need healthcare professionals, because even though they're pushing toxic substances, they're waking up too. A lot of people are waking up in different positions, and I believe that's their fear. They're trying to make sure those people don't wake up, because those are the people administering these poisons to people. So it's dangerous to them to have them awake and aware of what's really going on and questioning their systems. Healthcare is being used to stop population growth. Well, let's just, before I even go into that, let's talk about this a little bit more, because I'm a healer. That's what I do. I heal, okay? So let's talk about this. So you're sick and you go to the emergency room, or you go to your doctor and you trust them. You're trying to get help, okay? So when you try to go to these systems for help, they're actually using them to control population growth. How do you think that works? How do you think the healthcare system is helping with population growth? I'll tell you, it's killing people. So, my empathy goes out. I know a lot of people don't care about this stuff, okay? Maybe it's not affecting you on a personal level. You're healthy, great, right? Who cares if they're killing people, right? Well, if you have cancer or you suddenly get sick, you might really care as someone who's been through those systems. So I think we all need to really start to open our eyes and care about these things, because these things are affecting everyone. I know it's really cool to be like, oh, this isn't affecting me at all. I'm just going to live my life and, keep doing what I'm doing. But it really is affecting you, because it's weighing down all of our consciousness. There's really scary things going on with that. How about in Tama, I can't say this right, Tama, Wisconsin, the VA infected 600 vets with HIV. Let's talk about that. Veterans, they fought for our country. I come from a very military family, so I have a lot of respect. Don't think because I am not for any religions or government or anything like that I don't respect, like, my family that's fought for our country. So what's happening is these people fight for their country, and then the government owes them money and has to pay them, right? I don't know really how that works, but they're paying them. So they figure, let's kill them off and we don't have to pay them a check. That's really what's going on. So you did see 600 vets infected with HIV from this VA hospital. The same thing is happening with hepatitis C, and I can tell you exactly how it's being administered. Suddenly they're telling baby boomer age people, you better go get tested. You might have hepatitis C. Hepatitis C is a blood on blood contracted virus, so there's no way you can get it unless it was injected into you, basically. Like, even from sex, there's a very small chance you're even going to get that. So this had to be introduced through vaccines. I'm pretty sure through shingles vaccines or whatever vaccines older people are getting. They're straight on a kill list. Like, if you're older in this country, the elite doesn't have a need for you, because we live on the middle of a prison planet, and if you're not working, or you're not basically working, you're basically of no use to these people. It's really sad. And I think that everything's really coming out in the open now, so that people can't deny this stuff. Let's see, there's protests over Black Lives Matter again in Charlotte. That city's a mess. It's been a mess. The reason why I bring up all of this stuff is because I'm always telling you guys, the more in disharmony this planet is, the more these earth changes are going to pick up, and the faster it's going to destroy the third dimension. So it's really like a ticking time bomb that's affecting us all, because we're all accessing that dimension. Let's talk a little bit about changing this kind of stuff now. Now we'll move on to lighter, happier stuff. Let's talk about what we can do to change. I forgot about Dakota. I don't really want to get into that because I don't want to upset people that are so happy or not happy right now. I did see a lot of people talking about, oh, Dakota is saved and we did it and we won, and I'm so sorry to tell you that's not true. People should not be leaving that area. And they don't care. This is like a major pipeline project. They don't care. They're not just going to stop that easily. They don't care about these fines. And Trump put I believe it was $2 million into the pipeline. So he's not, I know that, and then this gets me on another subject. I know there's a lot of false light bearers out there, as in people, I saw a lot of articles saying Trump is Saint Germain. That's so not true. And I feel bad for people that are thinking that he's going to save them. He's definitely not. That's total misinformation. And then I see like, oh, I saw a video. Oh, Lady Gaga is so enlightened. And, oh, look at this video. And you have to understand, this is the Illuminati playing at our game some more. So we're waking up, right? And we have a thirst for spiritual stuff. We have a thirst for knowledge. We want real connections. We want to change. And don't think that's going unnoticed. So those same systems that have been imprisoning you are continuing to imprison you some more when you go listen to these people. It's just basically mind control stuff, and it's not good. You have to understand that that their music, that the music that you're seeing is actually a lot of spell work. That's why you see celebrities with rainbow hair. That's why the gay pride flag is rainbow. Like, these rainbow things open up dark portholes. So you're seeing a lot of spell work mixed in with this stuff. So no, these people are not waking up and helping. Lady Gaga didn't wake up and she's not suddenly coming to. She has a dark soul contract for the rest of her life. She's going to be playing that out. So I know it's really amazing to think that we're all just going to wake up and whatever. I want to talk about that too. We are going to attempt a group ascension, and we do need a certain amount of people to do this, but not everyone chose to wake up. Some people have karma that they can't let go. And when I say that, it's not the universe trapping you with that karma, it's yourself. We do it to ourselves. Anyone can choose to ascend and raise out of here, though. That's the amazing thing. It's your free will. So we have to really respect that polarity, but we need to get rid of it too. Let's talk about good and bad. Good and bad, good and bad, heaven and hell, all these polarities that are of the third dimension. They don't exist in higher dimensions, and like, I'm one with everything and everyone, and it's really beautiful. And that pain, that separation, it doesn't exist in my world anymore. It does when I'm dealing with people in the third dimension and trying to help them out of it. But in my personal life, I've really transcended all that pain and illusion, and it's beautiful. So we have to let go of that polarity. We have to know that we all picked different experiences before we came here. We picked every detail of our lives so that we could choose different experiences. We wanted to know how different things felt. That's why we do this. So some people just chose different experiences, and we had to respect that, because we really all have a divine soul, like a perfect soul. It doesn't matter. So we're learning that that I can come here, I can come to Earth, right, and I can make any choice I wanted. If I wanted to kill someone, I could, right? But I know that my body would kill me after I probably go to prison, right? My body will kill me, and then I'll have to come back and I'll have to be the victim, and it will kind of trap me here. So I'm going to make good choices, but I can do anything within reason as long as I'm not hurting someone. I really can. If I want to smoke cigarettes, sure. If I want to drink booze, okay. If I want to do drugs, whatever you want to experience, you can do it. But there's going to become a time when those 3D ego vices, they're just not making you happy anymore. Like, you're going to want something more. And you're not going to find it in the material world or that ego-driven world. So, let's see, where am I at? I know, I'm a little, like, frazzled today. I still wanted to do a video, though. I do want to talk about how your thoughts are creating your reality again. As in, we all make up a collective consciousness, okay? So me, my life right here, like my twin flames life, all of you guys, we're making up this world that we see. So if we want to change it, we can do that by changing our own lives. Because if enough of us do that, it's going to change the collective as a whole. I want to talk about attracting the right things into your life. If I'm thinking like, oh, I feel like crap today, I'm really tired, I'm tired. That can be my favorite one. I'm tired, I'm so tired. I'm suddenly going to feel very tired. Like, it's going to happen because we actually have powerful minds. So if I'm thinking like my body's in bad health, I'm sick, I don't want to get sick, I'm going to attract that. If I'm thinking, oh, I'm so broke, my job sucks, I don't have enough money, I'm going to attract less money. Like, we really can put out a vibration for what we want. That's why I'm working so hard to keep my, basically my operating system on a love operating system. I want a love vibe all the time. That's my goal. It's a lot harder than one might think, because this is what I do. I work at every day trying to keep myself on a love vibe. And you're going to get hit with negativity in your life, right? Because that's what we need to grow. That's what challenges us. So as much as you might try to stay on a love vibe, you're going to get these things thrown at you. Like, it's not just going to always go smooth in life, no matter how much you change your life. You're going to get hit with stuff. So really, it's just about learning how to use those situations to grow, where you might have gotten like upset or whatever, or you're going to start to be able to bounce back faster. And ultimately, we're seeking happiness, but we have to create that. We're learning that we had to do this ourselves, that we actually had all the power. We felt powerless, but it's just because we were giving away our power. If you guys want to do some questions, I'm going to try to do some questions. I'm going to make this like a short broadcast, but type some questions. If you want to know about your life, just be really specific. Oh, and really fast, if you're white lighting and you're cutting cords and you're still feeling these kind of like negative things or whatever, we sell white light oil that we make, and it's really amazing on our site for $15 a bottle. sparksofdivinelightshealing.com. And this is something that I use to get rid of my karma personally. I had karma that was tying me here. I had my twin flame rub my whole body down in it, and it's really amazing. It can have a lot of really good effects. It's good for purifying. It's good for protecting you. It's just amazing. Like, I would always joke about it, like, can't I put my energy in a bottle and sell it? Because I feel like I have some kind of special energy. I don't know in what way. It's just some kind of special energy. Me and my twin flame, together our energy isn't that special, but when we're together, we generate this kind of like amazing energy. I never felt energy. I was very immersed in the third dimensional world. I never actually felt energy like on a physical, like feeling the energy kind of way till I met my twin flame. And then I started to be able to feel energy, because when we're separate, our energy just isn't that spectacular. But when we're merged back into one, as that people call it, like, I don't know, like basically like a super unit. That's the goal, is you're going to come back together. We all have a partner. We're here doing this spiritual work with someone else, whether you guys know it or not. We all have a twin flame. We have one soul, which consists of a male and female aspect. And so it's really, really amazing. And the goal is like all your relationships, we're just preparing you for this ultimate relationship. This is a school. I call it Prison Planet, but it's actually a school where we're here to work. And these like soulmate relationships, karmic relationships are very painful lessons, but they're preparing us for that ultimate unconditional divine love that we're all seeking. And that's what we're all doing. We're here. We're just kind of like, and so many people are looking for it, and that's just not how it works. We have to work on loving ourselves, and when you complete yourself as a person, you will come back together with your twin flame. So So that is the goal, to heal ourselves fully and to get rid of these blocks that are like blocking us up and keeping us trapped here. Oh yeah, real fast, I want to talk about a video I saw. I posted it on my page. I'm very drawn to a certain select few. I'm always putting their videos on my page, and I think it's really amazing. So let's talk about the video by Tracy Lee about where she basically says that Reiki healing is of the third dimension, and I think she actually says like the chakras might even be made up. I wouldn't go that far. I do want to talk about this because I thought it was an amazing video. I do really agree with that. People get really mad because I am a Reiki healer, but I've progressed past that. Let me start with how I heal. I did go to school for a really long time. I do have an academic background as well, but like I realized I could heal. Like when I woke up, I just remembered and I knew how to do it, right? So obviously I healed the dog. He was sick. That was my first patient. And it was just something I remembered I could do and started to play with. So I went to have some like formal training. And I did go to like a few Reiki people, to figure out who could train me at first. And I did have like some woman tell me, I don't know what kind of system you're using, but it's not Reiki. It's not real. It probably won't work. Kind of like in a condescending way, right? So I went through this Reiki training. I learned Chi. I did all sorts of like different kind of trying to fit my gift into a box. And I couldn't do that. So now I'm back at the same place where I started. I'm using my energy healing, and I believe that the energy is better. Let me tell you why. What resonates with me out of that video, why I'm bringing it up, is that this chakra model is attuning you to a low frequency. I believe that on a planetary level, the planet's just going up in frequency and getting higher and higher and higher. And so really, if you want to still be practicing Reiki, you're really attuning people to a lower frequency. And it's not really going to help them. And like she mentioned, Cancer is too much of a high vibration for that to even be affecting or facing a lot of these illnesses. Well, we do have like an EMF detector to measure our electricity. It's still something I'm trying to get into. Shyla sent me some apps for vibration that don't work though, unfortunately. I would love to get like an accurate reading, but I'll tell you, I know for a fact that because of my twin flame relationship, when we're healing people, our energy is super higher vibration than that Reiki model. I know that. Something about our energy. I just know it on a deep level. So that really does resonate with me. I feel like those kind of healing models will become outdated. So I'm going to probably look into the future into getting some kind of training by her and kind of linking up with her on that note, because I think it's amazing, and I can see that she has this amazing potential to do amazing things with sound vibrational therapy in Cancer. And this really is where healing is headed. We're shifting out of those, you need to take medications, do some Reiki, whatever. We're kind of shifting out of those ideas and into the new. And I believe that there are people that have brought amazing gifts with them to this earth. Like, I really do. They might not even realize it yet. Most of them might be asleep. Well, everyone's just at different places. But when this all comes together, we're going to be in that golden age and using these gifts, and it's going to be beautiful and amazing. And I'm still learning how to use what I have, just like all of you guys. But I really think that together we're going to do amazing things. By myself, I can't do anything great. I can't really do anything great, right? I need help from my flame and you guys, like we all do. We're all so interconnected that it's kind of like on our own, okay? But 5D is about oneness and togetherness. And us all coming together as a whole, as humanity, as all one. It doesn't matter what race you are, what color you are. We are all one, and we're here to remember that. I'm going to get to your questions now. Let me see. To know that we all Hi Camera, hi Wendy, good morning. Pranic Healing is good too. Yeah, I think that healing, what I was trying to say, it's so hard for me to convey this stuff. It's just hard for me to put everything into words, as you guys will probably find. I sure it is. I think that healing It needs to be done with someone with a right vibrational frequency. So you can have all this, any kind of training, right? Any kind of formal training, but if you're not a high vibration, it's not going to be effective what you're doing. So I think that the most effective healers are probably going to be ones that are with their twin flame. I see a few healers like that as a unit. It's just going to work so much better. My energy on my own could never do anything amazing like that. I mean, I thought it could, right? But it really couldn't on that level. I really feel that you need both those components. So all different kinds of healings are good. I really think it has to do with the healer's heart chakra and how open they are, and their own energy. So I also, I see so many healers coming to me too, and it's amazing. So yeah, it's really good. If you're in Reiki, that's right where you should be. If you're doing Pranic Healing, that's where you should be, and that's where you're needed. So don't take anything I'm saying personally. I did go down these paths too. I just believe that we're going to evolve past that stuff. I really do. I'm not like an expert in it. I'm still learning like all you guys, but there's just so many things that have healing potential. I've had the hardest challenge there was. I had to heal myself. Me and my twin flame had to heal myself. That's the hardest challenge anyone could ever get, I will assure you. So, let me tell you a little bit about that. I'm getting healthier every day. I am healing every day, but my body went through massive things on this planet in a physical type of way. I had stage 3 cancer right off the bat when I was 15. It did teach me the meaning of life, which is love, in case anyone's ever wanted to know. When I was dying in 15, so I lost all of my hair. I had my ovary removed. I had very bad chemotherapy that destroyed my entire body. Moving along, I had and I think I had like a couple other surgeries when I was a kid. We'll skip those. And then I had like, before that, when I was 15, I had like, real bad tonsillitis, just a lot of little surgeries. But I went through the windshield of a car. I'll tell you the story. I was on I-4, and I was going from Orlando to Daytona Beach. And I don't know if anyone knows that highway. Everyone drives like 80 miles an hour. I was sleeping. I had my knees on the dashboard and I was asleep, so I don't remember going 80 miles an hour. I was in like a 6-car pileup. My knees hit the dashboard. My leg went up and through my pelvis area. I flipped, broke the windshield on my back, and I went 50 feet through the windshield. I broke my nose, my sinuses. They described it like my pelvis. If it was like a plate and you dropped it and all the pieces were gone. I shattered my entire pelvis, broke my back, my leg, femur, like just horrible, really bad injuries. They had never done the type of surgery they did on me before. They put titanium plates all the way across and plates up my hip with like 17 screws like that inside of me. They did the surgery wrong. And they basically said that I did have another surgery trying to get rid of the pain issues I had. But every time I move my hip, it's like a screw goes into it like that. And there's nothing they can do because they can't take out all this titanium. Moving along, I had a real low vibration from all the pharmaceuticals I was on. It's debatable if I had like Archon or negative entity attachment even because of this low vibration. It opened me up to depression. I was diagnosed with a bunch of mental disorders because that's what that kind of stuff does. I have completely healed myself, but I'm supposed to be on pain medication for the rest of my life. This is something that can't be corrected ever, no matter how many surgeries I have, and I've had a lot. So really, me and my twin flame, we got back together and we had this impossible thing, which was to take me off of all the pharmaceuticals I was on. I was on a lot. And to put me on completely natural remedies and to heal my body from the trauma it had been through. And we're doing amazing at that. We're doing amazing at that. I get healthier and I heal more and more every day from these drugs that were killing my body. I've completely removed myself. I take CBD for pain, which is like a lifesaver. I don't care if you have cancer, fibromyalgia, any kind of pain, whatever. This is an amazing medication. And I know a lot of people can't get it depending on what state you're in because of like laws and what they're doing medically. CBD is legal in all 50 states and I can ship it to you anywhere in these 50 states. I know some places have a problem with it. I don't. You can again look on my website if you're interested, but I would just tell you that these people are giving you medications that are killing your body and they're not helping you in any way. While they might be taking away your pain, they're causing a lot more pain in other departments. So I would say any kind of healing is amazing. I do rely heavily on energy healing of any kind. We do energy healing. So it's really been amazing. And there's just so many things. I see singing bowls. Singing bowls are very healing. Bronwyn, I don't know if you're watching, but she's going to use music to heal people. She's a violinist and has the most beautiful music. And she's going to be using this music to heal people. So there are so many things that could be healing us. You have to remember our bodies are like water. So if we're filling ourselves with hate or self-loathing, it's just going to make us sick and have a bad effect. If we're living in love and filling ourselves with love, that's what we're going to generate. So our bodies are funny the way they work. We actually pretty much have a kill switch. And if we're not living ethically and fulfilling lives, our body will kill us. So I've really learned so much on my journey. That was what I wanted, to be a healer. That's what I do every life, right? So I went through crazy circumstances starting when I was a kid with healing. I've pretty much probably been there, done it with it. And it's really rewarding now, but it was really hard to go through all that. When I see people sick a lot, I can tell they're going to be a healer. And that's how so many healers became healers. We learned how to heal ourselves. And now we just all have so much healing to do. We've all been through so much. Not just me. We've all been through a lot at this point. If you're here and watching this video, congratulations. You're a badass. You're almost done with Earth School. It's going good. And you're an amazing soul just to be drawn to me. I'm drawing the right people to me. I am drawing some negativity to me. And I don't mind because sometimes I get attacked on a video, right? But I know that I'm triggering something in someone and I'm healing it. So I might be taking, that kind of... I'm an empath, so I can feel that attack, like, very deeply, but I know I'm really provoking people to heal them. So if you hate my videos, I'm healing you too from afar, so keep watching, and maybe I'll keep provoking some more things. That brings up a really good point where someone said, I forget, but I've been hearing ego thrown around a lot. Oh, this person has ego. Well, I'm a mirror, so whatever you see, if you think that it's ego, you have ego problems. Because mine's dead. I had to kill my ego to become a soldier of God. I really had to do that. I gave away everything I owned, material-wise. I had to get rid of my attachments. I literally had to walk away from everything I owned on this journey, and I had to kill that ego because it wasn't getting me anywhere. And that was a choice I made, and it was a whole process. That's what you guys are kind of trying to go through, because the ego can't come with us. So I've been hearing ego thrown around a lot. At this point, most of you guys, your ego should be a servant to your divine self. I had that described like that, and that's amazing. Like, as in, your soul is so strong that the ego should be bound to your soul, if anything. But I completely had to get rid of that voice in my head because now I view stuff on my third eye. I don't even have a voice in my head at all. My head is for telepathy. That's the new language. That's how we're going to be speaking to each other. So if I'm thinking like these egoic thoughts all the time, like a lot of you guys have that voice on replay in your head, that is your ego. That voice on replay, how are you going to be telepathying me? Because if you're talking to me, I'm going to be listening to all those thoughts, and it's a little confusing. So I think we all just need to get a grasp of our mind. You do have to kill the ego to make room for your third eye to be open and make room in your head. So really try to work on getting rid of that ego self. And let's see where I am. Deep Harger programs with memory care, going back to happy times, listen to music when you were a young teenager. It's amazing. That's why I'm telling you, please stay away from Katy Perry, Lady Gaga's new enlightenment music, because it really will keep you at a low frequency, and you might make a dark soul contract just listening to the song. So I know it sounds really good. We're gonna rise like the phoenix. Those kind of lyrics, they're very tricky. Just use your discernment. Music should have a good vibration to make you feel good. Just stay away from anything pop rock that's popular. We will recognize each other's heart before the race. Yes. Your video keeps freezing and repeating certain lines. I'm sorry, Maddie. I think it's the Archon in your head doesn't want you to hear me. I think, and you have that flag up. I just said rainbows are like a negative thing I learned. You gotta take the flag off your profile picture at least. Because I'm just learning that maybe that whole like Wizard of Oz rainbow song was to open up like a dynamic, I don't even like saying that word, a dark porthole. So you might want to get rid of that profile picture and you'll probably be able to hear a little bit better. I'm working on healing you from afar. I can see you're going to beat all this. I can see that. Like you're in a little bit of darkness. But I'm starting to look at things differently. Like how about negative and positive? Yeah, it's very real in these dimensions till we get back to the 6th dimension. And then everyone has to be of light or you'll get recycled out back into the universe pretty much. So let's talk about that. I know we see some people maybe negative. Maybe there's some people you just can't deny. They are negative, okay? So you have to see them in the light. You have to see what is good about them. We have to stop seeing people in a negative light ever. So I know, like, it's funny. Kevin says, oh, she has archons. I'm going to not talk to her. No, I'm going to heal her, and I think she's amazing and beautiful, and I can see her soul, and it's great. And she might be just trapped here, but she's going to get out of it. I can see where everyone turns light after a while. So you can play around and waste your time, but eventually you do have to turn light. So try to do that now. It's really amazing. I think it's beautiful to see. I get more and more light content. I smile. More and more light content in my eyes. I can just light up, and it's really beautiful. I'm working on making my light bigger and using it for better purposes. How do you move on from your late twin flame? That's not your twin flame. He died. That was a soulmate, a very spiritual relationship, and someone who was very evolved, much more than you or I, who came here to teach you a painful lesson. That grief, you're meant to get over it, because that's what opens your heart chakra to unconditional love. We all had to go through some kind of horrible grief. Trauma, grief, whatever. Now work on healing that heart chakra. Try shifting your perspective, because he's in the other realm helping you. And we kind of suck at manifesting. We're learning how to manifest here, basically. We kind of aren't that good at it. We're learning how to control our thoughts and actually manifest. So until you get good at it, he's really helping you manifest your future right now. So try to work at raising your vibration. Your vibration's too low for you to be in contact with him. So it can be very frustrating, and you can feel like you lost him. There's no connection. But if you can work at raising your vibration, you can have a relationship in a different way with him. I had to go through that kind of grief. My twin flame had to go through that grief too. I lost my mother. He lost his father. And that was just part of our journey. It's part of your journey. You have to learn to get over that pain. And he wasn't meant for you anyway. We're only meant to be with one person. That's why it never works out with anyone else. Like it never would. Like ever. So we're only made to be with one person. So somewhere, there's still someone that you have yet to meet. Mary, you and your boyfriend are going to stay together and work things out. But ultimately, just ask yourself, is this a spiritual relationship, and are you really happy? I'm going through a lot of clearing in my own life. I have a lot going on, and basically just like emotional purging. Like I stored layer upon layer of emotion in my own life from being angry. I had a lot of anger. It's debatable whether I'm indigo. I had a lot of anger at the system, at these systems that are holding down humanity. I had a lot of like anger issues from my mother being taken, whatever. I just had a lot of anger, grief, and I really went down the dark rabbit hole. So, really, we just have to work at healing these things. Because when we hold on to this stuff, you might not even realize that I just told my flame, I'm probably never going to be done clearing this stuff out. it's so like embodied in but you're going to have to. That's part of the process. So these emotions are going to come out. And you're going to have to deal with them. All these emotions you've stored. And it's really a hard process. This is hard work. This is the hardest thing I've ever done. And I know what's at stake, that if I am not successful in this mission, that I'm going to go to another planet in the 3rd dimension to learn for 75,000 more years. And pretty much that sounds like hell to me, because it will be all the lower energies like war, greed, anger, jealousy, all those lower vibrations. And that sounds horrible to me. So I know that this is the time and I have to be successful at this. Like there's a lot of, a lot of pressure. Like I'm not gonna fail at this and have to go through all the work I had to do just to get where I am now. So I know it can feel like disheartening, but just stay on the right path. You guys are on the right path. You're seeing synchronicities everywhere. You're seeing magic, most of you. I'm getting these amazing stories, like I saw this or whatever. I go out like, and I take crazy pictures like every day of some crazy stuff I see. Like I'm starting to see the crazier and crazier stuff. Like I'll see stuff on license plates for me. Like you'll just be able to tell like you're getting more and more connected. So it's really going to start to pay off. Just stay on that path. Oh, Jessica got a aromatherapy oil diffuser, and you won't have it till Christmas. I really, I have a strong connection with essential oils. I have probably every kind I can mix up. Like I mix some carrier oils and make them and stuff. And it's really amazing. When I first started waking up, I noticed, that's one of the first things I went back to. Oh my God, oils. I don't really use them so much anymore, but I think they're amazing. Cause I don't know, I can make white light now with them. So they're pretty amazing. If you're into oils, I would check out our white light. It smells so good. And it's really healing. Pranic healers need to be able to vibrate at 900 plus. I would say that people need to be vibrating at, well, I believe it was 1359 at least would be the minimum hertz. And I get that from the 1359 website that Tracy Lee and Jared Sullivan have. You guys can check it out. I have videos on my page. But that makes sense to me and it resonates with me. As Reiki or Prana, that's when I got attuned to be a Reiki master, that was too low of a vibration for me. I've since surpassed that. I know this just from training that I'm doing in my sleep. So if anything, that's way too low for me. I'm much higher than that vibration. But the only reason I'm so much higher is because I'm with my twin flame. It makes me vibrate. That love is so amazing. It makes me happy and it makes me vibrate. And I don't think that people, even as myself as a healer and being complete, that I could vibrate that high without my twin. I feel like you can only get so far and then you need your twin like to do this kind of mission. So that's really amazing. Prana is definitely going to work better than Reiki at that rate. Good job. And it's really going to work good. I think that people need those kind of natural healing, but I do believe that people are going to need to raise past those vibrations and vibrate higher. My goal is to get my viewers to vibrate much higher than that. I want everyone vibrating at least at 1200 to 1500 hertz. So I try to tell people, eat high vibration foods, drink more water, purify your temple, that's your body, and just really work on taking better care of yourself, living in love and gratitude. Those are the highest vibrations, and doing whatever you can to help this process. Now you got to understand that your vibration is already determined though. We can affect it and we can work at raising it every day, because I am doing it, but it's slow work. We already have a built-in vibration and it's slow work to raise it, but just keep working at raising it. And that's why, if anything, I say go to twin flame healers, because they're going to be generating a different kind of energy. I don't know. It's really magical. It's hard for me to put into words. And it's not like you don't have a lot of choices. I don't know, like even on my page from this weekend, I don't go live on weekends. I take time off to recharge with my twin flame and recharge my battery, because that's what you have to do. And I put 3 videos this weekend of people that are in my soul group doing work, and all of them are twin flame healers. So it's not like you don't have a lot of choices. I just think that it's a different kind of energy, and you need that kind of complete unit. We were designed to work together in a unit. So really, I don't know, I'm complete. Like I have my whole soul, and so does my twin flame. He has our whole soul. But when we come together, it just generates a different kind of like energy. Let's see. Jenna Sullivan. I went through similar health issues. Well, perhaps you're meant to be a healer. I had to go through that stuff to learn how to heal. I am a warrior, Lauren. I am a warrior of the light. Basically, if you want to go into those polarities, light and dark are teaming up to fight each other. Not that that is going to work. It's more like we have both of those aspects inside of ourselves. Like I had light and dark in me, and I had to conquer my darkness. It's more like that, but people are kind of like teaming up like that. And you really have free will to align with whatever you want. and I'm just really trying to spread love and light. And I feel like I had an amazing weekend with my twin flame. We were just like mostly watching movies and hanging out at home. But I was telling like Bronwyn, I'll send you some energy. I have this amazing energy, right? Me and my twin flame were together. I said, we're generating this amazing energy, and I was sending it to people because it felt really good, right? I feel this need to share it. Like I'm really just like a beacon, or like a cup, and I'm empty, and the divine fills me with the divine light with my twin flame, and I have this need to share it, to help use that energy to heal or do something good with it. That's my job. So I'm really high vibe right now. I'm pretty much vibrating, you can probably tell, and I just feel the need to share energy with you guys, and this is just the way I've found to do it. I'm still kind of like learning. I'm a student just like you guys. I just woke up a year ago, but I'm just like, I'm being guided, from higher dimensions, and I'm just doing as I'm told, and it's really rewarding and amazing, and I'm following my path, and it's given me a mission and a purpose, and it's amazing. That's what I want all of you guys to do, to get this like satisfaction feeling, like you're doing something good and right with your life. We can all be part of the problem or the solution. And I think it's amazing. I think people are figuring out that if we wake up more people, that for every person we wake up, humanity is going to raise a notch on that consciousness level. So we really have to do this on a planetary level together. Lewis, you had a blood clot in your head and a stroke and seizures, fully recovered. That's good. You had a heart attack. Try to work on your heart chakra. That's what I pick up anyway. This is why I say the chakra system is not bullshit, though, because I am an empath. I'm very empathic, unfortunately. Joke. But I pick up on these blocks on a physical level, and I take them with me, most of them. But obviously I'm not going to be able to take the whole thing, right? You have to still work on your heart chakra. But I feel these on a physical level. That's how I know they're definitely very accurate. Just really work on healing your heart chakra and your body. Bless you too, Del. We're all blessed. We are all so blessed. You're healing from a broken hip. Yeah, you're making my hip hurt. I know that sucks, and it's the worst pain. I will, in my lifetime, need a full hip replacement. I did have like screws and stuff put up it, but I haven't had to have it yet. So I'm hoping my body just completely is okay the way it is, because those kind of surgeries are horrible. Like horrible, so painful. Anyone in any kind of pain, I would check out our site for CBD stuff. Maddie, you had a heart attack a few months ago too. Last week I healed my fractured foot. True story, yeah. Big Pharma is bad. Yes. They are trying to keep you sick and sell you on their bullshit medications because they make a lot of money off of it. This is another good topic, how to know if you're finding a good healer. Real healers, real people doing real spiritual work are not going to charge astronomical amounts of money for their services. People who are genuinely trying to help and, doing real spiritual work are going to charge reasonable prices. So just be more aware of this kind of stuff. But there are very real effects with these kind of energy healings, prana, reiki, whatever I'm doing. It doesn't matter. There's real effects, and we can phase out these medications completely, and we're going to need to on a planetary level because they're keeping people stuck at a low vibration. That's worse than the money aspect and keeping you sick. They're putting you at a very low vibration, and they're keeping all of humanity stuck. And when you have a low vibration, you attract low vibration things into your life. I'm real high vibe. For once in my life, I'm attracting high vibe things back to me. That's all I'm trying to teach all you guys. Frequency, vibration, and energy, that's all there is, yes. And I'm learning how to tell someone's energy and read them better that way. Like, for so long, I would just, listen to the ego and judge and pick my friends that way. And it didn't get me anywhere. I was very leadable, whatever. I'm just really starting to learn how to pay attention to energy. I'm going to let you guys go. I have kind of a crazy day. I'm available for healing sessions. Any of you guys that have blocked chakras, you're welcome to check out our site. The link's above for any kind of healing or readings. And I'll be back tomorrow morning to do another live video. Namaste, and sending you all love and light.